Game 1. Back with that after this. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set, and starting in this one, Zach Wheeler. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
One down, base is empty. That one ripped. And it goes just foul.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And the Phillies take the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded.
Back here, Citizens Bank Park. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, David Fry. Lifted in the air, right field. And it falls.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher.
As we go to the last of the third. Now it's the right fielder, Angelo Cooper. Gallen back to work. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Hernandez puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Runner on at first with one gone. And now the catcher comes up to him, Gabriel Moreno. The 1-2. That to right. He dives, but he can't make the catch. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Game 1 of the division series. And now the right fielder, Angelo Cooper. Gallen back to work. That's in there. 0-1. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Ground ball left side. Slings it across, and that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter. Spencer Horwitz stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Angelo Cooper. He's already homered here in this one. This one smacked out to left center. Hernandez makes the grab on the run. First and second, one out. Here's the third baseman, David Fry. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. He brought it back. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Chompy. Thanks for joining us here. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of Game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming your way next. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Line and a base hit into right. So a man on base to start the inning. Angelo Cooper stands in for the Phillies. And what a two-way player, not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. And a seed into center, that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Man at first, Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there are 2 outs.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch
to first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out. And that ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Riley Green. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. The 2-1. Now a blooper back behind first. And that's a fair ball.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Alec Thomas now. Here's a 2-2. Lifted in the air, right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throws to second, save!
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. One down, base is empty. Bounced out to short. Zips it across. 2 away.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
Here's Riley Green. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
The throw in, and he's safe. So it's first and third with 1 down.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
We're in the second game of this division series. And digging in for Philadelphia, Angelo Cooper. Nelson back to work. This one smoked out to left. Hernandez makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And now, Angelo Cooper, 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
With the go-ahead run at first here in game 2. That's a hit. Throw, and it gets away. And that extends the inning.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
So first and second with 2 outs. Brandon Marsh now at the plate. Ground ball right side. Marte in plenty of time to first. They miss a big. Now the third baseman, David Fry. The pitch. Out towards right center field. Diving, makes the grab.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
And now for the Phillies, Angelo Cooper. Line drive. Oh, he gloves it.
Timed it perfect. It's hard, I think, for those guys on the corners because, you know, especially when it's a right-handed hitter for third baseman.
festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first two, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on to come through with a quality performance, hoping to save some of that bullpen for really critical games coming up. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill here today, Brandon Pfaadt. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Fouled off left side.
Come on, big guy, see it. Drive it right here.
One down, base is empty. Slapped foul. Righty to the plate. Swung on, belted. And that one hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. Man at second with one away. Now the left fielder, Brandon Marsh.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Up the middle, Marte. Barely got him for the out. Close play.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Runner at third, 2 gone. Next is the designated hitter, Colt Heath. Two outs. Swing and a slow roller. Marte. And that is that. One left for Philadelphia, and now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. This is the National League Division Series on the show.
Up next for Philadelphia.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Fly ball to right. And that is that. This is Corbin Carroll. Lined into right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. You know, these Phils just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them. So they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Out towards right center field. Green going after it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. And digging in for Philadelphia, Colt Heath. Runners at the corners, one away. Here in game 3 of the NLDS. There goes the runner. Base hit and a run in to score. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
This is Bryson Stott. Two on, one out. In the air, left field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Makes the grab. Runner tags for home. The throw's offline. He's saved. And it's now a 2-run game.
Sometimes all you got to do is...
And welcome back to the ballpark. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Angelo Cooper. Here comes a pitch. That's in there. It's 0-1. The pitch. On the ground. Fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control. And it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Tying run at the plate. High fly ball, right field. He's got it, and there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now it's the DH, Colt Heath. Pickoff move to second, and he's back in there.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Rip to short. Perdomo to second, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
That play won't be trending on social media later on.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game and a couple of
Welcome into Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just a win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Angelo Cooper stands in for the Phillies. That one ripped. And that gets down into the gap. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One down. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. And that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Colt Heath now at the plate. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of it.
Got him. Huge strikeout there. So 2 down. This is Corbin Carroll. 2 outs. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. Now he'll turn for second. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So 1 gone with a runner at third. Now the left fielder, Brandon Marsh. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
And he deals. Base hit, and a run comes in.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line.
This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel.
Here's Riley Green. And the pitch. Down the right field line and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Angelo Cooper stands in for the Phillies. Ground ball left side. And it stays fair. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He pulls into second, and a run comes in to score.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do.
Base hit, 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and they're up by 3.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than...
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner makes the turn at second. To third. And he's got no chance. He's out. New inning getting started. Now it's the right fielder, Angelo Cooper. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Marte throws to first in time. And the leadoff man retires. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 strike away. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And what a play. Ball game.
This team played extremely well to force this series into a Game 5. It's just like a Game 7. You win or go home. That Game 5 should be a lot of fun to watch.
Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shabby, Chris Singleton with you. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Yeah, Boog, the only negative here today is that the series is going to come to an end. As fun as it's been, I wish it could go on a few more games. And the way these teams have battled each other with some of the amazing moments we've seen in getting to this point, I think we're in for a great one here in Game 5.
Hard to imagine it won't be a classic, Siggy. I'm ready to see what surprises are waiting for us. First pitch coming your way next. Ketel Marte up to the plate. And the pitch. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Now it's going to be Angelo Cooper. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Fought off foul. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
There goes the runner.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Colt Heath. Ripped to third and caught. Throw behind the runner and they've got him doubled off. Phillies string.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
And he takes a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And time called prior to the 0-1. 2 outs. That one ripped. It bangs off the wall. Turner around third. The relay to the plate. He scores and they have the lead. 1-0. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Swing, and he breaks his bat. Tosses to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1.
The right fielder, number 4.
Cooper in his second season, just 21 years old, and he was drafted in the 8th round in 2023. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. 1 down, base is empty. Lined, and that's a base hit. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. And now the right fielder, Angelo Cooper. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He was all over that one. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's...
Runner on the go. And he grounds one to the right side. In plenty of time to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
The designated hitter,
Colt Heath stands in for the Phillies. Singing game 5 an elimination spot, and the spotlight is focused on this guy.
Everybody looks to the star players in big games like this, and this is what you get paid for. Time to come through.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. This is Bryson Stott.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll makes the catch. That is the inning.
our final run score tonight.